Is your newborn a really fussy baby and you're really stressing out and you're basically not really coming up with any ideas or not really understanding what to do with your babe? Here are 7 different ways that you can calm your baby. Now, before we get into the 7 different ways, I first want to introduce myself. I'm Adriana. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist of 13 years, and I have a son who had feeding issues and developmental delays. And I was constantly researching on the internet too, even as a therapist, because I had a really tough time the first year of life, and there's so much information that is very overwhelming. And me as a therapist, I now have this channel, which is the whole point of why I'm doing this. I help parents exactly like you feel empowered by demystifying milestones and feeding in order for you to create an optimal foundation for your little one. Let's talk about how to calm your little fussy baby. Now, remember, your baby came from out of the womb, especially these babies that I'm going to be talking about from 0 to 3 months of age, that they had a really calming environment. It was really dark. It was very rhythmic movements. They were floating around in amniotic fluid. So now they're born into this chaotic environment, and now there's brighter lights, there's different types of smells, there's different types of sounds as well that they have to get used to, and a lot of other things that are very stressful in their environment. And every baby has a different type of temperament. So here are 7 different things that can help your baby calm instantly that pretty much replicate the womb. Number 1 is baby wearing. Baby wearing is very ideal. It helps the baby maintain that fetal position. And when they're in that fetal position, they're nice and close in proximity with you. They're listening to your heart. They're smelling your pheromones. They're also listening to your voice. And they're also in that nice warm environment. And that's exactly replicating the womb. Number 2 is skin to skin. You could do skin to skin also when you're baby wearing, when you're around the house. So you could just have a really simple bra or even just lower down your bra and bring that baby onto you only with the diaper. You could also do skin to skin when you are in bed, when you're recuperating, and skin to skin has amazing effects because it brings the baby again close to proximity to you. They're again listening to your heartbeat, they're smelling you, but the beauty of skin to skin is that they're actually touching you and they're touching your skin. This really helps not only the baby, but it helps you by increasing oxytocin hormones, and those are the really happy hormones, and that's definitely what we end up needing as tired mamas. Number 3, for fussy babies, I think it's really ideal and it's also beneficial for the mom to go outside on nature walks. Nature walks are you don't even have to go outside and go out very far. It could literally you could go out to the balcony and just get a little bit of sunshine or fresh air, and just make sure that you're getting out of the house and not staying in one area, because it can increase more of that stress or feel more depression. And when you're staying in that one environment, it can feel very enclosed. And we have to remember that babies also sense our mood and they sense our own feelings as well too. So it's important for us to feel good about ourselves, and it's also good for the baby to be out in a different environment as well too, to catch a little bit of that vitamin D, especially early in the morning or when late in the evening, especially if it's a hot day. Number 4 is bathing. Bathing is great for the baby when they're in that nice bathtub, to be able to submerge the baby in water. Now, not all babies love bath time, so my suggestion as a NICU therapist is swaddled bathing. Swaddled bathing is to literally swaddle your baby in a really thin blanket, and once the baby's nice and swaddled and somewhat regulated and calm, and even if they're not calm, and you're swaddling the baby, then you could submerge them into a nice warm bath. And sometimes this can really help. It definitely helped my son when he was going through his own issues, because he was a very fussy baby, and swaddled bathing was something that was amazing for him. And I think it may or may not help you and your little one, depending on how much they love bathing or not. But swaddled bathing is literally just putting them in that nice swaddled blanket with a loose blanket on the bottom of the legs and submerging them in that nice warm bath water. Number 5 is the white noise machines. White noise machines are wonderful, especially the portable ones if you need to go somewhere in the car or you need to go to the store. And if you have this portable white noise machine, they have multiple different types of sounds. Now, these types of sounds are pretty much replicate the sounds of the womb. And if more of these sounds of the womb were more like that static sound, the fan sound, it's also like a waterfall, nature sounds. So those static kind of sounds are ideal for these newborn babies because it reminds them of the womb. Now, another thing that you guys can attempt as well, if you feel that your baby is very overstimulated, sunny states such as California or Florida, blackout curtains. Blackout curtains can be pretty ideal, but I think blackout curtains can be much more ideal more so at night. That would be great for your little one as well too, because the womb is really dark inside and there's hardly any light. There is a little bit of light that does come in, and that's how your baby starts establishing that sleep-wake cycle even in the womb. There's some babies that do really well with blackout curtains. And number 7, last but not least, is rocking your baby. And rocking your baby in a nice rhythmic movement, and again, baby wearing gives them that opportunity to have that nice movement, because when the baby was in the womb, you would be moving around, walking around, and since you were active, this also helped the baby regulate and calm in utero. So if we're replicating that outside of utero, such as rocking or soothing them in a nice rhythmic movement, then that can also help regulate the baby as well too. So these are very simple 7 different ways that you can calm your baby. Try these. It's a lot of trial and error, unfortunately, because all babies are different. Not everything, if I had a magic wand to be able to calm your baby down, then I would be a millionaire, right? But I mean, number one thing is basically exposing them to all these different types of techniques and these different types of activities, and see if one works better than the other. Let me know in the comments and see what works. Maybe you guys have other suggestions too and other different types of tips. So comment in the comments below, and I'm sure other moms would love to hear what you would do with your baby as well.